Hi, I'm Concacaf Deputy General Secretary Italo Zanzi. In Concacaf this week, the fourth edition of the Champions League kicked off with 8 first-leg games in the preliminary round, as 16 teams battle for group stage places. We start in Costa Rica, where Herediano routed visiting Alpha United of Guyana 8-0, setting a new mark for the most goals scored in a Champions League game. The score was already 4-0 before Jorge Barbosa scored 3 straight goals during a 20-minute second-half stretch. In Panama City, the Seattle Sounders dropped a 1-0 decision to San Francisco. Roberto Brown scored a 28th-minute penalty kick. At BMO Field, Toronto FC opened with a narrow 2-1 win over Real Estelí of Nicaragua. Second-half sub Joao Plata sparked the host to victory with 2 goals. Alessandro Calero cut the deficit in half, capitalizing on a miscue by Toronto goalkeeper Milos Kosic. Santos of Mexico continued its Champions League mastery at home with a 3-1 win over Olimpia of Honduras. Oribe Peralta put the hosts ahead in the 29th minute when Pablo Rodriguez converted a penalty in the 61st, and Carlos Darwin Quintero gave Los Guerreros a comfortable cushion in the 63rd. Isidro Metapan won for only the second time in 11 Champions League games, defeating the Puerto Rico Islanders 2-0 in El Salvador. After a scoreless first half, Erwin Sanchez fired the hosts into a 65th minute lead. Brazilian Alan dos Santos headed into deflection to seal the win. Morelia of Mexico had a successful Champions League debut, racing past Hades Tempet 5-0. In the 15th minute, Joel Wiki put the Monarcas ahead, and then they blew the doors open with 4 second-half goals. FC Dallas was the only club to win an away game this week, narrowly defeating Alianza 1-0 in San Salvador. Jackson Gonçalves broke a 70th minute stalemate, slotting a shot plus Yimi Cuellar. In Tegucigalpa, Motagua took control of its series with a 4-0 win over 10-man Municipal of Guatemala. Yari Benson gave the host the lead. Amalo Guevara scored his 3rd career Champions League goal in the 68th to make it 3-0. The Champions League returns next week with second leg play. On Tuesday, Real Estelí hosts Toronto FC, and we have 5 games on Wednesday. FC Dallas welcomes Alianza to Pizza Hut Park at 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by the return match between the Seattle Sounders and San Francisco. In other games, the Puerto Rico Islanders take on Isidro Metapan. Santos travels to Olimpia, and Tempet and Morelia meet again in Mexico. The preliminary round culminates with 2 games on Thursday. Alpha United faces Herediano, and Municipal hosts Motagua. And then we'll know which 8 teams advance to the group stage. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.